Hello friends, welcome to the channel tutorialconnect.com. In this session, we will discuss the React topic, use memo versus use callback. So basically, these are the two hooks which are used in function component in React. So what are the basic difference between them and when we have to use? Okay, so we will learn these all things in this session. Okay. So first of all, we have to remember that these two are the hooks because it starts with USE. Okay. So this is the hook which you find in React. So if you import like this from React, and you will find these two inside this use, and this is the memo, use memo, and use callback. Okay. So we are going to discuss these two hooks inside this session. Okay. So first of all, we want to know what is the basic difference between them. Okay. So for that, we will have some logic here. Okay. So the first thing is let I am creating a function. And a function is there. And so basically, we have a function which return 23. Okay. So if we console this one, console.log this function, we will get the value 23. Okay. Now what we will have to do, we will have to use the console log here, console.log page called. Okay. The first time this is not calling because we are not inside our project. Okay. If we want to print this value, then you can see function is called is printed. That means it is calculated and it is printed on the. Okay. Now, what happens if you have some state here? Let's suppose let some state using the state value. And we have a button here. Now we will print this count here as well. Count. So this is 0. This is the function's value and this is the count value. Now on change, if we are going to implement the value. So to see this counter is implemented. Okay. But what we see here, if you are clicking this button, function is calling. Function is calling. Function is calling. So the thing is why this is calling unnecessary. Okay. This is already returning only 23 and this is not dependent on any values count 1. Okay. So why this one is calling? If it is dependent like this, if it is dependent like count 1, then it is okay that it is have to recalculate. Then it is okay that you have to calculate like this. Then it is okay that this should be loaded again and again on the change of this count 1. But if you are not using this count 1, count one inside this one. That's why this is calling and again the read entry. So while this read entry, we will use here use memo. Why? To store this value inside this memory so that on the next read render we will use this value. Like this, what we will do, we will create a memo. Equal to we call the use. We will back the function, pass some dependency. Currently, in first scenario, I am not passing any dependency. Okay, and what we will do, we will use this un in place of the first loadage function is called. Now, click on this, you can see there is no function called. There is not for getting the value. That means this 23 is getting out from this use memo memory. Counter is incrementing, but this is not loading. This function is not recirculating again and again on the reloading of component until and unless there is any dependency. Now, what we will do, we will add some dependency here. Now, use memo thinks that this function is dependent on this one as well. So, if there will be any change inside this one, we calculate advantage and of this count. That because we have passed count one as dependency one. But let's suppose you have some one more count, another state is here. Okay. And we have button for count two. For count. And we will print count two as well here. Now this is count one, count two. Okay, and this is functions return. This button is for count one, this button is for count two. So what we see, we have done only the count one as the dependency for memo. We will see that we will click on first one, function is recalculating. But if you click on the second count two, we are not recalculating the function because it is not passed as count one. So if you want to change on both, then you can write like this. Then again, on the click of both one, you will click. That means that function will recalculate. So what useMemo does, useMemo calculates this function and stores the result. What is the result of that function inside this one? So only you have to call like this everywhere inside your application. So it basically saves your calculating time in each reload. Now we comes for the next one called useCallback. So what is the difference between useCallback and useMemo? The syntax is same. So basically we will write constant callback equal to callback, and we will just pass the same thing and dependency. Okay. Now in place of this one, we will pass what will happen. It will show that function are not valid a check. That means this is getting something different. It is not getting the value. So if you want to control what is this you get a function. But if you console the program, you are getting the value. That means use memo stores the return value of that function after calculating that one. Whereas the use callback stores the whole function object inside that one and returns that function object. Why? Because on each reload, the function converts into an object, and each object has their own different reference. So to avoid the creating the different the object reference on each reload, so that there will be no use of memory, loss of memory, more utilization of memory. But the real of use of callback we will discuss later. This is the basic difference. Now, if you want to get the 23 as output, you have to call like this. And now you will get the output. Also in console, if you want to call get the result, then you will get this result by adding this. That means this is a function and you call it by. This is the basic difference between them. Syntax is same for both. Similarly, you can pass the dependency here as well. We'll pass this dependency. So now we will see the basic difference between use callback. Last, the use of where we use the use callback. Use of use memo is here, but use of use callback is not here right now. We will. So for that, we will create a separate file. Inside this, here we will use the memo. And here we will have constant count. Here we will have return. We will have some button. And inside this button, we are printing some data. We will get from box. Also, we will learn and we will here we have a separate file for the counter which has a button and button will what we will do we will use this in place of this. The last session we have already discussed the use memo. Refer that. We have to pass the children, so we will close like this. Pass. We have to pass the value. For count to so now we have counter 1 and counter 2 button here. Okay. And this is the counter 2 button. What we want to do, we want to click on this and we want to change the counter 1 and counter 2. Then we will see what is the difference of the use callback and without. So for that, we will have a on-click method here. Okay. We have to set count one, count two, count one. So for that, we will just create a function, separate function called and will basically do the and we have okay. Now what we will do, we will pass this on click event of this. We will pass function another on click is the props we will provide here. So event is banded. Now what we will do, we will check the counting event. So you can see on the click of counter one data is changed, but counter two is also. We are not going to change the count to value right now, but still it is relevant. Not being counter one is value is changed to two. Counter two value is still zero. That means this shouldn't be right because it will take some rendering time and will lose your. For that, what we do, we have discussed in earlier that we know what is it. Till and unless there will be change in the props, it will not work. So now what we see, you click on this counter one, or if you will click on counter two, click on counter one is reloading. The on click of counter two is student. So what is the drawback here? Because in the last session we have discussed that useMemo converts the component as no component and it avoids to re-enter until and unless there will be change in any props. So here what is happening now? So the thing is that we are sending the function that is F1. These two functions on re-render decompiles and create a new object reference. So the memo thinks that the function is different from earlier version. Whereas we have the same logic, but the memo thinks it's getting the new object reference render. So it thinks that it's getting something and as of read enter. So in this situation, we will get the help from callback if we are passing the function. If we are not passing the function, then use memo will work properly. But if you are passing some function event here, then you will have some. So for that you have to use the use callback. So now what we will do, we will just wrap this function one and one. Okay. So for demo, I will wrap only one here. This doesn't get. There should be no. So now if you will click on counter one, you can see counter one is only for counter two. There is no. That means now use callback have stored the functions object in the memory and it is sending that same object reference on each enter so that now memo is saying that everything is coming which was sent earlier as a proxy. So that's why he is not going to enter your component. Okay. So if you will pass the dependency here count one, then only it will read enter again on the change of count. Now you are getting read entering counter two because you have still told him that your function is dependent on this value so that you will have to read enter when this changes. So this is the main use of use callback. Whereas the use memory each can be used separately to store the functions output in the memory. Where we can use this use memo, where the large algorithm or large complex calculation is there, and you don't calculate on the each reload of your memo. So there you have to use the use memo to store the final result of the function. Whereas where we use the use callback, so when we are using the memo as a to make it the pure component and we are passing the function as a props. So in that case, we have to create the single object reference of that function stores by the use callback and we will use that same in read entry so that you memo will work properly with function. So I hope you have got the understand between use memo and use callback. So thanks for watching this session. We will come with another topic on React in next session. So like this channel, subscribe our channel.